Let's suppose you've decided to have fun with a speedboat or an inflatable raft of about 6 meters. When you find the model right for you, you can focus on the engine choice. The manufacturer provides indications on the power. Here, for example, let's say that you can install a maximum of 150 horsepower, but this is only if you travel at full load. In normal use, it takes only two 115. But not all engines are the same. For example, the US manufacturer Mercury has units of 115 horsepower, both brand new. Mercury is only concerned with marine engines, and of course the equipment and tools dedicated to them and completely focused on the desires of those who use them. It is from this attitude that the idea of another 115 horsepower has sprung, a rather special engine. Why is it special? Do you want a practical demonstration? This engine is perfect for those who want to fly on water. It is ideal for Americans who compete in fishing tournaments with the best boats, or even for us Italians with a sporting heart. This model is the Mercury 4-stroke 115 Pro XS. Also, other Mercury marine engines have the initials Pro XS, and all are characterized by a certain aggressiveness. The roar itself shows that, even at low speeds, it has an engine made to fly on water, because, just think, it weighs 8 kilograms less than its 2-stroke predecessor, and about 9 kilograms less than other 4-strokes with the same power. This engine has the highest displacement in its category, but it's light because it has a very simple architecture. A single camshaft in the head with 2 valves per cylinder, 165 kilograms. Before putting it to the test, I want to show an accessory of Mercury Marine, the active trim that allows it to automatically correct the trim itself. It is a typical functionality that is usually found only in supercars or in certain sports bikes. Changing the dynamic trim of a craft is rather complex. Basically, it means to modify the sailing characteristics as the speed slowly changes. And on a boat, this is paramount. If you follow our tests, you know that I stress the use of the trim. A bit higher, a bit lower, a bit up, a bit down. Because it's important. It's needed to optimize all the performances, from speed to consumption to comfort. Now though, on a boat, we don't always need to be racing pilots. Sometimes we use it to have a ride, to go swimming with friends or family, and to forget about everything, even the trim.
Per dimenticarsi di tutto, anche del trim.
And that's why Mercury decided to implement this new system, the active trim, which also is pretty cheap. The price right now is about €600.
È di circa €600.
Now I slow down and focus on the functions of this tool.
While
sailing at minimum regime, with the hull completely flat on the water, to enjoy the landscape and have a low fuel consumption, the propeller has to give thrust in a direction parallel to the water surface. In this way, it's possible to have a maximum efficiency, when instead we give gas to bring the hull into planing and avoids that the bow raises too much. We have to reduce the trim, or trim in, which means to bring the propeller close to the transom, and in short, the trim in its lowest position. Then once the cruising speed has been reached, the trim is to be increased, or trim out, because in this way we raise the hull, making it less adherent to the surface. its resistance decreases and it allows us to go faster and have a lower
Fa
consumption.
meno resistenza e ci permette appunto di andare più veloci e consumare meno. Ecco, tutto questo lo
Well, all this is done automatically by the system and it's activated just pressing here on the switch. If instead you want to do all the work by yourself, well, just turn it off. This tool, in reality, is smart and beyond the speed of 50 knots, turn itself off automatically. Also, it turns off every time you set the manual control on the command lever. The active trim can be used on every kind of boat because it's compatible with all the Mercury engine equipped with SmartCraft, which means the output powers from 40 to 1,650 horsepower. Now though, I would like to go back to the engine that has some peculiar features. We have seen that its acceleration is impressive. Why? It all depends on the propeller. In fact, on this overboard engine, it's possible to fit a short pitch propeller. That is like driving your car with a low gear. Naturally, with the first, second or third gear, the acceleration is greater. The same thing happens when you have a short pitch propeller, giving us this lightning speed. Yes, but we know that when driving a car, say third gear, it's not possible to reach the maximum speed, and it's necessary to clutch the fourth, fifth and sixth gear. Well, how do you go fast with a short pitch propeller? Yes, because this is a feature in contrast with the maximum performance. Simple. You just increase the RPM of the engine. And that's what Mercury did, bringing this maximum speed to 6,300 RPM. To go faster. Now you may wonder, if this engine has these excellent characteristics, why do you not always choose this? Because Mercury has two models to match to each boat with the perfect engine. This is suitable for light or fast boats, and other models for bigger size boats. Even on small boats like this, the electronic has an increasingly important role. The console is full of features. Others may be added, other electrical services on board. But how to feed them all? It takes a lot of power. Well, this outboard engine is capable of delivering a large amount of power, even while idling. And then it can automatically detect if the battery is running low and raises the charging current, slightly increasing the RPM. A couple of more features. This outboard engine is also available with a long stem and a command thrust foot, which is what you need to push really heavy boats. And finally, they have improved the corrosion protection system, and the warranty is extended up to 3 years. Well, you can relax, you can put your mind at rest, or just go crazy, this way. I understand why they built this other version. Can you hear it? It's really aggressive, really awesome. It recalls a lot the 2 strokes version. And it also goes perfectly with a sport boat like this, the Valiant 630. Then the maximum cruising speed could be this, 4,800 revs a minute. We are around 30 knots, not bad. Now let's bring it to the limit. Then I switch on the active trim. Let's see where it takes us. Oh yes, the speed increases. Yes, but now I take over. I like it better. All the trim out, all the hull out of the water. Here we are, 38, 39, 39 knots.
Oh, 39 nodi.
What a determination.